All right, class. Lesson 8.2 is about reading and setting up stem and leaf graphs. Stem and leaf graphs are like a chart of numbers, okay? And they kind of look like a bar graph because the numbers go out like bars, but they're just numbers that are shown, okay? Now, the procedure that we're going to do is to group the numbers by the tens or the hundred digit. Okay? So if all of our numbers are in tens, like these, then we'll group them by the tens numbers. If all of your numbers are hundreds numbers, what would you group them by? By the hundreds digits. Yeah. Yep. So wherever the change is, wherever the variation is in the numbers, that's how you want to choose the stem. In this case, we're going to split each number, because it's a two-digit number, we're going to split the two digits. The first number is going to be the stems, and the second number is going to be all of the leaves that go with that stem, or all of the ones numbers that go with a tens number. Okay? We're also, anytime you are setting up a stem and leaf graph, you should put the stems in order from least to greatest. And it helps also for finding median and mode to put the leaves in numbers in order from least to greatest as well. Okay? So let's first list the stems. The lowest stem is a 1, right? A 10. Okay? Now, if there were any single digit numbers, we could have 0 as a stem there. But since all of them are two-digit numbers, then we'll just have 1. Alright? Then there's some numbers in the 20s. So 2 is a stem. That stands for 20s. And there's some numbers in the 30s. And there's some numbers in the 40s. And numbers in the 50s. Are there any other? 50 is the highest 10 number, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So those are all of the stems listed. Okay? So you start with that. And write out this example as we go, so you know how to create these. And then at that point we go back to the tens, and we list all of the lowest tens. Now, don't just list them once. List them as many times as they are in the data. So there are two tens. One 0 stands for one 10. The other 0 stands for the other 10. Okay? So let's cross those off. We've used those. Are there any other tens?
18.
18. And 15. So 15 is lower. So we write the 5 and then the 8. These are all the teens in order then, right? Let's go to the 20s. 21, is there anything lower than 21?
No.
And 22. 25. Yeah, we do. There's 3 25s.
There's 4.
Are there 4?
Yeah. Yep.
4 25s. Any other 20s? That's it, right? Then the 30s. Only 30. Any other 30s? 35. And 39. And the 40s. There's a 40.
44.
And a 44.
And a 48. And a 48.
And a 48. Then the 50s. There's a 52.
52 and 55.
And a 55. Right? Now, if we just looked at this display of numbers, could you tell which of the tens had more, 40s or 50s? Without counting them out, now we've made a stem and leaf graph, but without counting them out, it'd be hard to just pick out which one has more. Which one has more, the 30s or the teens? We know now because we did a stem and leaf. So one of the things that it helps us do is see there's more of these, there's more tens or teens than there are 50s. And you can easily look at this. There's the same number of 30s as there are 40s. You can easily look and see, and that's how you can use this as a bar graph. Okay? You can find the mode. How would you find the mode? Great.
Which one occurs most?
Which one occurs the most? 5, 5, 5, 5. That's pretty easy to identify, right? These are all. So what would the mode be? Would the mode be 5?
25.
Be 25, right? The mode occurs the most often. How could you find the median? What is the median? Merlin.
The number in the middle is in order.
The number in the middle, and it's in order, isn't it? So how could we use that to find the median? First, how many numbers are there? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns.
18.
And there's 18, because there's 3 in each column. So what's half of 18? 9. That means 9 numbers in will be the one middle number. Is there a certain middle number, Asa? No, there'll be 2 middle numbers because there's an even number of numbers. Right? So if we count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, these are the 2 middle values. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just by making the stem and leaf graph, we can see all of that information all at once. That's the value of that stem and leaf graph. That's why you might make a number like a chart like this. Okay? Let's talk about histograms a little bit. Okay, histograms are bar graphs where the bars are connected. And they can help you show the frequency of something within what's called an interval. So these might be ages, for example. Ages. All right? Ages 0 to 9 had this many. Ages 10 to 20 had this many. Ages 21 to 30 had this many. Ages 31 to 40 had this many. You see how that goes with the frequency? We learned about frequency before when you're collecting data. And then just by looking at the histogram, you can see that interval 30 to 40 is the most. You can also, because they're connected, you can more easily see how the trend is going. Okay? If you were to draw a line right here, and connect these, you can see it's an upward trend. Okay? So, if they ask you to show a frequency of something, then you would use a what, class?
Histogram.
Histogram. Right. Where the bars are connected to each other. Okay? All right, we're going to practice making some of these graphs on the iPads today. And open up to your in your book to lesson 8.1 first. Let's go back.